YouTube, what's going on? So we're back in the same place as always, back in the Fit Kitchen, and today is a very special one. This is a recipe that I've been working on for the last probably 2 or 3 weeks. I've been giving sneak little peeks on my other social medias. I think I've got it. I think we're ready to publish this to the world. So this is my homemade, healthier chocolate mousse cake. So there is one secret ingredient here that I have not mentioned yet to anyone. Please try this before you absolutely say, never, you weirdo, get out of my life. Avocados. So avocados are the mousse filling here. Now don't freak out. They just add the really kind of the moist kind of fluffy texture to the cake. There is absolutely no taste of them because they're masked by the cacao powder and some other sweeteners. So before you judge this, please try it once. If then you don't like it, then I will fully accept the blame. So that's going to be the actual filling of the cake. You're going to need a cake tin and a mixer, and for the base then you will need some oats, and what I'm using here is figs. So these, you can get these in kind of any shop. You can get these in the market. They're just normal figs. You can use dates, raisins, any kind of moist berry or anything like that that will clump up the oats together. And you're going to add probably a tablespoon of butter and some coconut milk. That'll be needed throughout as well. So that's all you need really, is just a few ingredients. Some you may have to go out and get, but it is worth it, I promise you. Right, so we're stepping up our game here a little bit, but I believe in you. We've done all the simple things. We're at the stage now where we're ready to take the next step in this relationship. We're going to start cooking some real good food. So pay attention to the steps, go back over them if you need to see them again, and really take it bit by bit, and it'll be done in minutes, trust me. So the first step is to get your avocados out of the skin. So a good sharp knife as always, just get in there. Such a good hype about them, and you always see them like published by these magazines about how they're like superfoods and all that. It's just because they're really high in these poly and mono unsaturated fats. Pretty similar to the dark chocolate that I mentioned in my last video, so those health benefits apply to these as well. They're just in a higher quantity here, so they are a really good source of these healthy fats that we talk about. So avocados are chopped into the mixer bowl. Now in with them goes probably 1 big tablespoon of cacao powder. This is the chocolatey flavour. The higher percentage the better, as I said in the last video. So we are going to, I just want to get a measurement for this so I can draw the calories in the end. Okay, so I'm going with 60 grams. Now like, you have to take into account that this will probably serve 4 people. So don't be worried when the quantities are pretty big, because you're only breaking that down. That's only going to be like 15-12 grams a person, which is nothing. So in with that goes probably the same amount of milk, at just a tablespoon. Just add a bit of moisture, not too much because it's going to be really runny. So we want this to be pretty fluffy, pretty moist, so not much milk, just to get it moving and get it going a bit. So we're halfway through the blending. You can see we're getting that chocolatey mousse kind of consistency. It's sticking to the spoon. So you know yourself, add a bit more almond milk if it's too dry. So I added a bit of vanilla extract along with that, and some of my maple syrup, wherever it is, there. Some of the maple syrup, or you can use honey as well, as a very good thing. Just a tablespoon, just to give a bit of sweetness to it. So I just transferred everything in that mixer into a bigger bowl, and it's going to show that you don't really need a NutriBullet or anything like that. You can just use a normal hand blender. So once you're in the chocolate, just make sure, I'm not going to talk over it, make sure it's all really mulched up and mixed up, and it should just be one kind of smooth mousse texture. So the one downside to this recipe, everything is covered in chocolate. The one upside, everything is covered in chocolate. So for the biscuit base of the cake, as I said, I'm using some figs, and I'm also going in with like a natural sweetener. So again, my maple syrup. You can use honey. Yeah, there is like vegan ones you can get, which is I think it's called agar, or there's other sweeteners you can buy, whatever one suits you, use. So once the oats and the figs or prunes or dates, whatever you're using, are in there with some maple syrup, add in, I have 20 grams of butter here. Again, remember the portion size is going to be 4 portions, so that's 5 grams of butter per portion, which is very, very little. You would use twice as much if you were to have one portion yourself with your dinner or whatever. So that's it when it's finished. It kind of resembles like a breadcrumb mixture. So this is no bake cake. Oh, it rhymes too. So there's no need to put this in the oven. So this is going to go into the baking tin, just the way it is, on 2 layers, and then into the fridge for as long as you can until it's set. So a good baking tray. So the bottom layer is our crumb we just made there. So scoop it all in. Spread it out evenly on the bottom. So that's the bottom layer, just the biscuit. So then next we have our mousse layer, which is a chocolate avocado. So as you can see, it looks pretty damn good. Mix this up as well as you can. You don't want any kind of lumps of avocado in there. That will put you off a little bit if you are skeptical. So just get your mousse inside. Again, every last bit of it, because what comes from these calories, so calories missed are calories lost. So once that's all in there, we're doing the same again, just evenly distribute it out so it kind of takes up the whole tray. So this is going into the fridge now, probably like 2-3 hours. Leave it set, leave it get cold, and then we will take it out and put some toppings on it. So it's been like 3 or 4 hours. I came home from the gym and took it out, and this is what it's looking like. So as you can see, it's completely set now. It's good and firm, but still pretty soft. And it looks pretty good now. So now it's just put on some toppings and cut it into squares. So that's actual squares cut out into pieces, and I'm going to do different toppings for each one of them. But you can see there's a really good split between the chocolate base and the actual chocolate mousse. So there are the toppings that I went for. You have raspberry and blueberry in the sides, desiccated coconut on top. This is dark chocolate, and this is chia seed and linseed. So that's it, that's the cake done. Makes 5 squares. It's as easy as that, and top with whatever toppings you want. So that's the recipe. Not a complicated recipe. It does take a little bit more effort, but the effort is definitely worth it. And it happens to be my birthday today. So as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.